Welcome back to the Backside Poddy. This week we discuss selling used nicks, Jimbob's game changes, Tour de France standouts and disappointments.
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.
Now let's introduce you to the Backsiders. Kurto,
Morning.
Jimbob,
Woo whoop.
Shauno,
Yo.
and Shreds on the mic.
Yeah.
All right, let's cut to everyone's week. Kurto, how was it?
Yeah, my week was good. Didn't get up to too much. I went for a few runs after work with Donkey and Max. Had a few beers after each run, which was good.
Oh, yeah. Good recovery, eh?
Great recovery, mate. Really good recovery. And then, yeah, Friday took a bit of a turn. Went for a run and then ended up at the footy and then ended up coming home at 4:30 a.m. or something like that.
So no Bay Loop?
No Bay Loop, mate. I
No
crabbed in and
mate.
had to pick up a fridge at 8:30 a.m. off Facebook Marketplace.
Sounds riveting, mate.
Was great.
I wish I lived your life.
Mate, you can always join me. And then Saturday was a bit of a write-off. Bit of meal prep, though. That was good.
Oh, yeah? What's your prep?
Plain pasta, bit of sausage, bit of mince,
Plain
bit of cheese.
pasta. No sauce.
No sauce, mate. That's extra carbs.
That is a raw dog in it.
Mate, that is a uni student all over it.
Yeah, well. And then Sunday morning, I went for a run. 15Ks, sweated out the good old demons. Yeah, went to bed early Sunday night. And
Did you have a few demons from Friday night into Saturday morning, or?
Big demons. There were some big demons everywhere, mate.
So moving on to your Sunday.
Moving on
After-
to Sunday, yeah.
We exercised the demons on Sunday.
Yeah, sweated out the good ones. And then went to the AFL, which was an absolute cracker of a game. Lions nearly lost, came back, won
How
it.
about it?
What about it?
Yeah, how about it? Oh, Swans.
It was electric.
Yeah.
7 on the trot, I believe it is. Yeah, we'll take that.
Going to the granny.
Mate, if we go to the granny, I'm going to be there this time.
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne. I'm going to be there this time. I'm not going to be crabbing overseas. So, yeah, it will be good fun. And then, yeah, Sunday Arvo ended up at the regatta. That's now my local. And, yeah, I think I had about 5 or 6 there and then walked home. And, Jimbob, how was your weekend?
Mate, I had a great week last week. I had a slow week on the tools. It was a recovery week. I'd given myself a fair hiding for probably the 5 weeks before that, so it was much needed. And then I got to the duathlon.
You were there on the right day.
I was there on the right day.
Brilliant.
And
Did you have 2 pairs of shoes?
Mate, I had everything. I'd been packed since Wednesday.
That's great.
I chose to run the tri-spoke
you
in
did.
50k crosswinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
Mate, I nearly died a few times, hey.
Yeah.
Like, I was on 45 degrees slant.
Dude.
Were you
going
running one
off
arm
the
on the
road.
extensions, one arm on the base bar?
Nah.
Both
Oh,
of them?
actually, yeah, a few times I did.
Yeah, love that.
It was hectic because it was windy on the weekend, and out in Toowoomba, it was really windy. But we got through it. There was no crashes. Happy with the race.
What time did you end up doing?
Man, it was a bit slow. Like, the run was longer than the 10 and the 5Ks, but
Was it like distance-wise?
just longer. So
Yep.
my 10K split was 35-45 or something like that, which I was
Jeez.
pretty happy with that.
Let's move it.
Moving.
But then the bike, obviously with the crosswinds, was not great.
Mm.
It was less than 40Ks and it took
Was
me
there
more than an hour.
Was
so
there a tailie at any stage? Or just crossies?
it was pretty nasty, man. Like, no one enjoyed that bike course. And I didn't have the best bike. I did 300 watts. Like, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was happy with it.
You got 4th, mate. 4th overall.
I
out of
know. And
everyone there.
I stopped on the final run because both hamstrings started cramping multiple times.
That's not what you want.
No, but I mean, I was cramping when we were recording last week.
Yeah.
So I think
You got some issue there.
Need more salt.
Well, no, I don't think it was anything nutritional. I think it was I'd just done some work on my hamstrings during the week.
Bit of muscle fatigue.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything too much to read into that. But yeah, I was really happy with it, man. Great week.
Delightful.
Yeah. Shauno, how was yours, mate?
Bloody fantastic, mate.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thanks,
Tell me
mate.
more.
I was outside every day on the bike,
Yeah, the boys.
just like 1 hour rides, and then Shreds and I went up the mountain yesterday for my first time to see the Cootha back segment.
Mate, you are not scared, hey? Like, you have metal holding the bottom half of your leg together, and you're like, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
The best was when we went for coffee and he literally had to bend down, use his hands to unclip his foot.
Yeah, because we did the same thing on Friday, and I was like, do you need some help? And I was like, I'm actually going to hurt him. Like, don't touch him.
Dude,
So-
what happens if you come close to like a red light? And you have to unclip?
yeah, it's a bit scary.
What foot is it?
My right foot, and that's the foot I'm used to unclipping with.
Oh, so
so
you're left footed.
I got to unclip with my left foot. So
Well,
I
at
look
least you're
like
not going to fall into traffic then that way.
I've never fallen into traffic, mate. So
I'm super pumped that you're back on the bike, and even if it's only 200 Ks last week.
yeah,
That's
actually
the highlight of my
today
week.
did a fucking solid Zone 2 ride
With
and,
a little sprinkle of Zone 3 I saw on Strava.
Yeah, my heart rate was at Zone 3 because I'm one unfit mofo at the moment.
Yeah,
But it was Zone 2 power. I might have to reassess my zones.
Hold on. Was this on your TT bike?
No, it was
With
on.
your cracked power meter that reads at 150 watts and you're
No.
really doing 300?
No, it was on me roadie.
Lovely.
It was solid though. Average 35k an hour. Bloody 252 watts.
That's
for-
pretty much me on the weekend in the
2
middle
hours.
of the race.
Yeah,
So you're doing well, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing really bad.
yeah. I was pretty stoked with it. So it's good to see. I might start training next week. Start doing some intervals.
Is that CAM approved?
No.
I love it when people are their own doctors, hey?
Yeah.
That's what Google's for, mate.
But I was also at the rugby game with Curto on Friday night.
And Donkey was there as well.
Donk was there. His last hurrah pretty well. He flies out. When's he fly out?
He still hasn't got his visa approved.
Jeez.
So whenever that's happening,
You'd
he's
think
out
he'd
a few days
he'd
later.
get that sorted, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Haley's eager for him to get over there.
I can imagine.
He was well behaved. He
He was
slept in the van Friday night.
Poor bloke.
Poor bloke, eh?
It was freezing on Friday night too.
So cold.
I don't know if I want to know more about that or whether we just park it.
We'll just
God,
park it.
curiosity killed the cat. Let's go. What happened? Why did he sleep in his car?
Because Kurt
Yeah, there was-
Kurt got crabs.
Well, we don't know yet, but it's looking that way, isn't it? Fucking hell. Yeah, I wouldn't want to share the bed with me either. I don't even want to share, so...
Whoa, bloody hell. I'm glad I wasn't sharing a bed with you, mate. Oh, fuck. But anyway, I was also at your local on Saturday Arvo as well, at the regatta. Caught up with a few of the Tandem boys. Coatsy, you weren't there, mate, so dogging the boys. But anywho, that was good. Caught up with Brendo, Cambo, Joshy, Cindy,
Who's Cindy?
Cambo's missus,
Oh, yeah.
and Quinn. It was bloody delightful. So it was pumping there, eh?
Great place. Always heaves.
Always heaves.
Always heaves.
It's quite nice there, hey?
Were you in the beer garden?
I was.
Great place.
Yeah, it was delightful. Anyway, enough about me. Shreds, what do you get up to?
Well, as we know, I took you about the backside. I then had a cry about Cav finishing his career.
Yeah. Jeez.
I know.
Wasn't that emotional?
It was, actually. I'm still
I'm
mourning it.
actually surprised he got to the end of the tour, if I'm honest.
How good's the radio of him going up the climb and who's the DS yelling at him going, you know this climb?
Renshaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he's like, you know this climb, you can get over it. Just take it. All of that stuff.
In the TT.
Yeah, in the TT,
Oh, yeah.
mate. It was
Yeah.
lovely.
How about
Lovely.
the support he got as well from the crowd? That was bloody delightful. Anywho,
Everyone.
bloody sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no. I'm still mourning that. It will take me a while to get over it. Last week I had a bike fit, which I haven't had in about 2 years, so that was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Mark Watts in West End Bike Fit Studio, which was awesome.
You recommend?
Hugely,
Yep.
yes.
I
'Cause-
recommend Formosa as well. Formosa's good.
Yeah,
They work out of the same
Same
studio.
place.
hey?
Same place.
it was great. And then when I was descending Cootha back on Tuesday, I could touch my brakes
You
and the
could.
drops.
Brilliant.
I could for the first time.
Some fresh brake pads in there too, eh?
Yeah.
That's a little bit of an issue if you can't reach your levers.
She can now, mate. That's what she's
I'm
saying.
a very small human. I have a very small back and couldn't quite reach my hand still.
Very good.
But I can now, so
That's
Tops.
amazing
Yeah.
news.
huge news.
Yeah. It's good you can stop.
You were nearly banned from riding with me. But you're now okay.
I'm
We're
not
good.
good. Perfect.
Oh, well, it's good you can use your brakes now because we'll have to see you on the racing scene one day soon, potentially.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Got to get a nice photo of you for our new website.
Absolutely.
But, we had our Queensland State Champs up at Bundy on the weekend.
Big turnout, I heard.
It was good and bad. Like, good from a Masters and Juniors perspective and not so great from an elite under 23 perspective.
I mean, a lot of those guys are overseas at the moment. There's a lot of people out injured.
It is good that, there was a solid turnout from the juniors. Obviously, for the juniors to get up there, geez, what a family commitment that is.
Totally.
Like,
Totally.
good on those families for getting up to Bundy of all places.
And the Masters as well, mate. Like, it's good to see big fields in, like, when you're breaking those fields up into 5-year age categories, it's actually a lot of people. So,
It's a freaking shitload. Like,
so good on them all for getting up there and having a good race.
maybe I'll race Masters next year. Masters 1.
Come on, mate. You got to join us in Masters, the promised land,
Yeah.
where it's not as hard and the wins come easy.
Yeah. Oh, well, you would have got an easy win in the elite men's this year.
Oh, yeah?
Mitchell Stewart got the dub. I don't think he had much competition. I think he was just versing himself. And but it's well done for getting up there, mate. You did more than all of us.
That's it. That's it.
So and
He's on some decent form. We
Yeah.
raced the TT the other week. He put in a pretty good performance against Lambo.
he came second, eh?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
deserving winner, man. So
Yep.
good on him.
Yep. And Ness keeping up her good form in the elite women, and Anna Davis got the ITT win there as well in the elite women's. In the under 23 men's, Ethan Young got the dub, as well as in the under 23 women, Isla Maidman got the dub.
Good on her.
Ooh, ITT and roadie. Shout out to Cookie, got the roadie win and the crit win, I think.
Big weekend for Cookie.
Just short of the triple. He came second in the ITT. He could have been the real state champ.
Who got him on the ITT?
Nico. But yeah, a few other standout performances. In the under 11s, Judd Larkins got the double too with the roadie and the ITT, so that's bloody sensational. And quite a few of the junior girls got doubles too, which is always good.
Yeah, and further down the coast on the Goldie, they had a crit, which normally doesn't happen on state event weekends. But Dill Sunderland, Brent Rees, and Kyle Wild rounded out the podium there.
Good to see Brent. He is back in some form potentially.
And furthermore, looking overseas now, we've got Finn Walsh, the shadow of Liam Walsh, came in ninth in his first UCI 1.2 race in Czech Republic. Now, that is a solid effort by Finn. From what I've seen on Strava and from talking to people around Brisbane, he has found some form. And no doubt about it, that is why he's the deserving KOM holder of Cootha Back currently.
Yeah.
And another fellow Brisbane rider, James Peninza, came ninth in a brutal fourth stage of the Giro Solicito. I don't know about that. I don't know about my Italian either.
It's an under 23 race.
But it's an under
actually.
23
Yeah.
race, as we've heard from Meth Moran.
Yep.
James has been also over in Europe for quite a long stint. I am missing him in the Central Plaza office building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's 2 levels below me. And Maxi Campbell doing well in Indonesia with an 8th place yesterday.
And a 5th today.
And a 5th today. That is
wow,
yeah.
that's a
big.
solid result.
He's going sensational. Looks like a reduced bunch sprint.
Did
got
Cav
5th.
take it out?
Ren was there with him too. Ren rolled for 18th.
Good on him.
And where's Cav?
Well, I saw
is-
Cav and Maxi fought out a little sprint, intermediate sprint, I should say.
Yeah, Cav finished 4 minutes down.
Oh,
So he must be out of yellow now. Oh, well.
did he win stage 1? Ooh.
Yeah, he
Yes.
won stage 1.
In the Oceania jersey, that was big.
Yeah. So
Cycling
he's
Australia
back.
shared it around.
Yeah, he's back in the Oshie's jersey. And yeah, so I was speaking to Rendog yesterday, and he's You know how Ren Dog is.
Ren Diggity Dog.
He's an angry man. And
He has a feisty temper on him,
Yeah.
Red Dog,
yeah,
but we love him.
He's about 5'0" and built like a string of spaghetti.
He was saying, there's bloody crowds all over the roads. It's shit. Bloody roads are terrible. He had nothing good to say. And I was trying to cheer him up, but no. Didn't want to borrow any positivity or all the negativity for Ren. But he might be a little bit happier today, so...
To be fair, mate, there looked like there was a few crashes in the final. I would be pretty over it as well.
Oh,
like, those roads did not look smooth or
No.
You hit the ground there, you're going straight to the ED to get you.
Yeah, and in Indonesia, do you really want to go to the ED?
Oh, yeah, you're getting infected for sure.
Yeah.
You're having a few tetanus shots, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. But there's a stage coming up. I think it's the last stage, and Ren's going to win it. I've got faith in him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
How much is he paying on Sportsbet for that one?
say.
I reckon he'd be paying $1.10. Yeah.
Oh, boys, get on that.
Yep.
$1.10 sounds
Yep.
like it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Ren Diggity Dog. I'm expecting a big kick then.
Yeah. So that's the racing this week. Talking about future races now. This weekend, I was looking through our BrisbaneCyclist.cc website.
Man, that is a great resource. Just
Yeah.
punch in that again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so impressed by that. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
Now I love it.
It's a game changer.
Totally.
Makes life easy. Makes my life easy doing all this. Hemo, having a handicap race out at Somerset.
Oh, my favourite stuff out that way.
It'd be a good day out, I reckon. Go up over Nebo, ride out. Nebo, glorious.
Is it closed roads out there or no?
Nah, God no. Nothing's ever closed roads in Queensland, mate.
Would love to get hit up over the head by a motorcyclist just riding past me. Bang!
I was at that race last year. You say that. I was volunteering, and a guy came off his bike and knocked himself out on a tree.
Shit.
Completely, like a punctured lung, couple of broken ribs and stuff.
Is this a cyclist or a motorcyclist?
Cyclist in the race. And then the medic, I had to drive the medic there, and she was like, they're like uni students. And she's like, oh, it won't be that bad. And I was like, oh, I think it's going to be pretty bad. Anyway, we got there and I had to hold this guy on a stretcher while the fireys came to try and lift him out. And then we got a chopper in.
Jeez.
I shit you not, a chopper to get this guy out.
That sounds harrowing.
And he was back on a bike like in a few months, but
I hope
Yeah,
you had
right.
private health because that
Well,
would
if-
cost a fair bit.
If you're
Yeah.
still interested in going to the race, it's on Saturday at midday. Get your entry in through
Safe.
Entry Boss.
Never racing a bike again.
yeah, I really sold that for everyone, didn't I? Shit.
And for those not wanting to venture all the way out to Somerset Dam, UQ's having a crit down at Nunda. That's a members-only crit, I believe, at this stage. And then on Saturday, Arvo, out at Darling Downs, they've got a crit as well, and I think that's through Buncher.
Yeah. And Sunday, we got Life Cycle Crit. Win yourself a banana.
Ooh.
That'd be a
pineapple.
treat. Yep. That's at Nunda in the morning. And then straight afterwards, the Queensland State CX Champs being hosted by UQ. So that's always good to watch. I might head down and...
Yeah, I'm going to go watch. I believe Zach Larson and Max Hobson will both be racing that
I reckon they'll be both
Buggy.
severely fatigued.
because they're
after-
riding back from Sydney to Brisbane on CX bikes
Yeah.
as we speak right
Yeah.
now.
I saw 10 mil bloody said it was the worst day of his life on a bike today.
10 mil would be spat out the back right now. He's so unfit from my interactions with him on the bike.
Oh, well, keep your chin up, 10 mil.
You can listen to this tomorrow while he's in the hair locker.
Yeah. We got Sunny Coast as well. They're having a roadie, which, geez, I'm missing racing, hey. I'd love to do that too, eh?
Mate, you're frothing.
Yep. And Byron Bay having a round 2 of their winter crit series. So if you want to take your surfboard down and have a
your
crit
bike.
at the same time, there's your place.
Darren Smith Classic. Entries close this Sunday, actually. Wow.
Yeah, I think it is.
Get in quick, guys. I
Yeah.
know it's going to sell out real sharp and quick. Yeah. And Brisbane Junior Tour on the weekend from the 24th and the 25th of August.
Yeah, they got a fully stacked race program for that tour as well.
Yeah, so it's got a prologue in it, a criterium, a Comez, ITT, and also a road race.
That's a big weekend on
Got
the
a big
pedals. That's
weekend.
5 races.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Good on them.
Resembles a QRTS weekend of old. That were the days.
RIP.
Yep. Talking of actually QRTS.
Yeah, we've just been announced. Strade Moroni.
That
Albert.
sounds
We'll
good.
go
Sounds
with
like
it. Yeah.
Sounds like our skinny
Sorry.
mate spaghetti.
Sorry, UQ, if I butchered that one. But so Uni Club and Oz Cycling have come together for that race weekend. Is Saturday the 7th and Sunday the 8th of September. So it's now on Entry Boss. It's in replacement of Cunningham Classic. So we've got a road race at Gatton, and then Sunday's the ITT and Crit in Ipswich. So we should definitely get around that to
Absolutely.
get racing back on track, because that almost wasn't going to go ahead. So
That's really cool.
It is sad that Cunno's not happening though.
It's hard logistically though, because a lot of people have to either ride back to their car, which is another 110 k's the other way or so, or they have to hope their missus or their partner or a mate can pick them up in Warwick and drive them home
Pretty
after
well.
they're fried like a veggie.
I'm glad, though, they've got something to backfill it.
Yeah.
So everyone get around it. Let's get around racing in Queensland and make
And-
sure that we stack out the entries there.
And the biggest thing, that being a QRTS race weekend, I have to get bloody fit
Fast.
very fast.
got to learn to unclip, mate.
I've got 5 weeks, 6
I've never
weeks.
unclipped in a race.
You,
You'll
mate,
be
you
right.
got months.
I got 6 weeks. I'm starting training tomorrow.
Cam's heart just went into overdrive.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah, word on the street was it was a bit hard to get it across the line, which was great to get Oz Cycling involved to
Give
make
it that
happen.
final push.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, UQ are actually hosting an open forum night on Saturday night to try and talk a bit more about what we were talking about last week with clubs and racing. So if you're a uni member, come down. They're talking about like the challenges that the club are facing and racing for juniors to elite levels, increase in insurance costs, which we touched on last week. So I know that there's a whole bunch of members and people that have been around for a long time that want to talk about it, and Oz Cycling's going to be there as well, a representative, I believe. We'll put the details in the show notes, so if you want to attend, go ahead. I think it'll be important to see a lot of women out there as well to bump up women's cycling.
Great initiative. I think it's something that every club should do.
Yeah, I was just going to say it'd be good to see more clubs getting it, like the community together and seeing what people want, but also explaining to them why shit's not happening, essentially. Because there's a lot of people that sit back and complain about why races aren't going ahead, but they don't have the solution. They don't really know why things aren't happening, like the insurance costs and the costs to close roads. And
I guess people also don't have the forum to voice their opinions too. So this is the perfect spot to voice your opinion if you want to voice it.
Absolutely.
I think I'll attend that on Saturday as well. So that will be good.
So keeping things local and in Brisbane, let's see what happened on the mountain this week. Looks like another decent week with 494 people out on the mountain.
That's our biggest yet since the potty started.
It was a windy week last week and a bit fresh as well, so must be coming out of winter and everyone's getting keen. Everyone's
Coming
worried about
out of winter.
QTRS.
We're still in the middle of winter, mate.
Mate, everyone saw QTRS get announced and they're deciding to get fit now.
Yep. You'll see me on the mountain for a few intervals next week, but they won't be anything like Flynn Taylor's time. Bloody hell, mate. 7:47. Did it on a lead out for his mate, the Volk, who got a PB, but he hasn't slid into our DMs yet. Volk, get onto it, brother. You did a 7:56, 396 watts, 157 beats per minute. I reckon your heart's
solid.
a bit cooked there, mate. I think that should be about 187.
Maybe he's just on the Lance program, mate.
Yeah, on the EPO.
Or no, bowl of broccoli.
Yeah. Coops, bloody got another PB, no DM yet. 818, 398, 188 beats per minute. Now we're talking their stats that
Is there a defib at the top of Kutho or what?
I reckon that's a good shout, actually. Hey?
Oh, someone needs to bring that
Yeah. Pretty poor performance from me. I did an 11:57. Jesus Christ. Bloody crawling up.
Just under 300 watts and just under 160 beats.
Yeah.
Mate, the road back is long.
Yeah. It's long. It's grim. But hey, I love it. I love the work.
Build the house.
Yeah. But it wasn't as slow as Coco. Jesus Christ, mate. 28.11. Now that is going backwards.
No power and 162 beats.
That's honestly insane. The best thing about that is there's a lot of room for improvement.
Absolutely.
So
get on that 10% challenge, Coco,
Yeah.
and let's get you in the raffle for those
yeah, because
easy time vouchers.
you're a prime candidate. What do you have to do? Improve that time by
5 seconds.
you got to get into the 25s, brother.
Yep.
So it's doable, I reckon. Get a lead out, e-bike lead out.
No, e-bikes are out.
Imogen Francis
Yeah.
was saying that she's got a motorbike lead out for her PR attempt when she comes back. Now, how'd the chicks go up the mountain this week, Shreds?
Zara Nance up there. Good to see. No power though, no heart rate, but
Raw dogging it.
10:22. Yeah. She's been running a lot recently, so good to see that. Ness second, 11 minutes and 6 seconds, 237 watts and 171 beats per minute, which we like to see.
Yeah.
And Anna Hatton in a set of 5 laps. That's beastly. 11:33, no power, 159 beats per minute. And because Shauno hates me, he's put in my time from last week, which is my first time on the mountain last week since, 12 months ago.
Yeah.
I did it in 15 minutes and 35 seconds. Thank you, everyone. And how's our heart rate? I have a cooked heart rate anyway.
You certainly do.
Yep.
I've got a call out. So originally when you put the segment together, you said that I was plus 8 minutes. And I've just checked and I'm not more than 8 minutes. I'm sub 8, which puts me back in the Climbers Club. So I just want the record set straight that it was 7:58.
Our deepest apologies, mate.
Thanks. That really upset me. I had to eat a lot of humble pie there in that first episode. And now I can hold my head back up high again. Not that it's extremely fast, but
I'm glad you called us out, mate.
thanks, brother.
You slid into our DMs
I did.
with your 10% PB.
Oh, and I haven't even done a lap yet.
Yeah. I think I need a 640 to get a 10% PB, and that ain't happening. I'm telling you that.
Well, if we take Haddo's tips from a couple of weeks ago and really strip the bikes back, skin dog up, put a motor in your crankset, anything's possible.
Put
mate.
a motor in the crankset. Talking of Haddo's tips the other week, I was having a beer with Joshy on Saturday Arvo, and he called bullshit on Haddo's claims of 500 grams worth of paint on the frame. Haddo's got to eat some humble pie there now.
Yeah. The argument between pro bike mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah. He's our number one listener, actually.
Shout out to Joshy,
Yep.
legend.
You know who's not a legend though?
Who?
Jeremy, who's trying to off-sell his used bibs that are basically see-through.
I saw this during the week. What? That is fucking disgusting, Jez.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, used bibs is questionable, but when they're see-through and stripy,
Mate,
I think they're gone.
They're for indoor use only.
Well, maybe he's just wearing some bonds on the trainer, mate.
Oh, they're good quality. They're MAP, aren't they?
Map and
Black sheep.
Black sheep, correct.
Lots of you
Mate.
still in them then.
Imagine the chamois.
Oh, no thanks.
I hope he put some nappy sand on them.
I think you need a lot more than just nappy sand if they're down to see-through, mate.
Mate, that's a biohazard right there.
Isn't it just?
I tell you what, worth it for the content though.
Oh,
The
yeah. Thank
comments
you so
went
much,
off.
Jez.
Yeah.
Well, last time I checked, he had 121 reacts on Facebook.
And 140 comments or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's going nationwide.
But to be honest, though, with you, if he sells them, I've got some to sell. He's sitting on a gold mine, obviously.
Yeah.
And maybe I am too.
100%.
I think we all are. But
If there's a market for Nicks in that condition,
It's called OnlyFans, yeah?
someone call me. I've got you. I've got you sorted.
geez, man, I just give my nicks away. Like if a mate needs kit, I'll just be like, here's kit.
Well,
You
sorry,
can't-
not all of us are sponsored athletes, mate. Sorry.
You just can't freaking sell it, unfortunately.
Jersey you can,
Yeah, your jersey you can.
but not a bib.
Yeah.
Oh, bib you could get away with it if you put
One use only.
Well, if you just don't shit in them, you're fine.
What about a skin dog? Can you on-sell a skin dog with minimal use?
Nah.
If it's like a speed suit, yeah.
but
yeah.
if it's got a bit of
Because of, like,
latex on it,
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
but if it's got a bit of latex on it, there's no way. You know, like the ones that are just like skin tight on down the forearms and everything. Like, there's no way that you could resell that.
Why not?
It'd stretch. Imagine if you give one. If I use Jimbobs, mate, it's not going to fit me at all.
Yeah, especially around the crotch.
Well, yeah, that. But I was also talking about the biceps, mate. There's no way my arms would fill that out, especially your right arm one.
All right. Yeah. So, Jeremy, I don't know if it was a hoax or he's just having everyone along for a laugh, but it's definitely brought a smile to our weeks. That's for sure. So,
See what sicko buys that shit.
I know what sickos would buy though. Some used TDF bibs.
Bang. I'd buy a pair of Tados.
I wouldn't wash.
You
Wouldn't-
oh,
No, I wouldn't wash. Just frame them.
oh
sit,
yeah.
sit above the bed.
Yeah.
Bang.
Watch the mushrooms grow.
I was just going
Yeah,
to say,
boys.
watch the mold grow out of it. Oh.
I just want him like. I don't know what I'd want with that though. I think it'd be pretty filthy.
What?
Having some used bibs framed above your head.
Well, they're Tados, mate. Best cyclist in the world.
he's a proper SK man. His
Yeah.
performance at the tour was
What about that
Out of this world.
statistic that you showed us
Yeah, Shreds was crunching numbers earlier.
between
bit of a number
Jonas
nerd.
and Tade?
Yeah, so total race time since 2021. Jonas at 328 hours, 26 minutes and 11 seconds. And the POG, 328 hours, 26 minutes and 46 seconds.
And this is the TDF, correct? Or
Just
all-
all
Yeah,
total
Grand
race
Tour
time.
or all
Oh,
race
total,
time.
like, so, like,
Total race time.
every
yeah.
race they've done
Yeah, since
together.
2021.
Wow.
against each other.
I don't know if it's against each
It,
other.
it must be Tour de France. Must just be Tour de France.
Yeah.
I can't see
can't-
any other race they've raced together, actually.
But
Either way,
besides the point,
it's a great
that's
stat.
that's bloody incredible. 30
So
odd
close.
seconds
Yeah.
splitting them.
Bloody, that is a very cool stat.
Yeah, it is.
But
yeah.
you know who's not making that stat list? Roglic with his
Oh.
broken back. Ugh.
Far out.
But God, he loves the tarmac, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Every
Yeah.
descent.
Feel
Yeah.
bad for
Shame.
him.
Yeah. The bad back. The broke. Oh my God.
English
the
back.
broken back is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a hot favourite for maybe the TT at the Olympics, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I could have seen him go all right at the TT, back up his last win, because he won Tokyo. And did you see also Tade pulled out of the road race?
Yeah.
Not overly
Ooh.
surprising. Though.
What is your opinion on this?
I reckon he's cooked.
Now,
Mate,
I got Timbo from WA threw a curveball at me yesterday.
Darren Bates.
No. The legend, Timbo Bates.
Yeah.
He goes, now, do you reckon Poggy's pulled out of the Olympics because it's WADA drug testing, not UCI drug testing?
Nah.
Oh man,
Oh, that's
that's
some good.
That is juicy, isn't it?
No, the
Speculation.
sport's clean.
No way it's not. But I don't care if he's on
Because,
the juice
like,
or not.
but
They're
it-
all on the juice, mate. They're all on the juice.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are, bro. 100%.
Our sport's
they're all
so clean, guys. Don't bring it into disrepute, all right?
on. I
Do you
don't care.
reckon that
What?
the UCI's like stricter or not?
I think they're turning a blind eye, potentially.
Okay.
That's Timbo's perception.
Hold on, is he still in the TT?
No, he's pulled out of
It's
the
pulled
Olympics.
out of it all.
Pulled out.
But to be honest with you, mate, he's just won a Giro and he's also just won a Tour de France.
There
But
could be
couldn't you-
so many
Couldn't you
things
just
in
line
that.
up for a bloody one-day race and see how you go?
It's 270 Ks, mate. That's a fair slog.
Hold on.
He just ate that for like
Kurt's
breakfast.
100% right. He's just done 2 back-to-back Grand Tours. He could be sick as a dog right now.
He looks pretty happy on
He's
Instagram.
pretty stoked.
I saw. Did you see the comparison between July 19, 2023 to July 19, 2024? 2023, he was on the radio saying, "I'm dead, I'm
Oh, yeah.
gone."
Yeah.
And he got spat out the back, and Yates fought on for third on the podium. This year, he won yellow, solidified yellow when he dropped Jonas for probably his 6th time in the tour.
I think he won yellow on the second day and bloody never looked back, to be honest.
Totally.
Well, I don't know. I thought Pog might have been choking when Jonas bridged over to him on that stage 11 or stage 12.
Would that be classed as your favourite stage of the tour? What's your favourite stage of the tour, you reckon?
Oh, stage 1 was amazing. That
Recap
ride
it.
by,
Roman.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
but his domestique, mate. I couldn't believe. I can't even remember his name because
Frank Vandenbroek or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
I put him in my fantasy team as he was only 7 stars.
I had him too.
Yeah, but then he got no points after that.
Yeah. Hard times.
Yeah,
The gravel stage was great as well.
yeah.
Correct.
I reckon that was my favourite
Yeah.
because it was just so spicy, man. God.
But
It's
Yeah.
like they almost have to put something like that in it to break up between Pog and Jonas.
I reckon the riders hate it because it's so sketchy, but God, it's good entertainment.
Absolutely.
Thank you for putting your life on the line for us.
What about fantasy? How did everyone go in that? I finished a lovely 4th place.
Jimbob podiumed. You
Jimbob got
were third.
He beat me by a couple hundred
Yep.
points.
Croc got second.
Croc, who has beaten Chris Froome before, got second.
Yep.
And
And
drum roll.
the winner was David Pym, who I've been in fantasy leagues with in the past, and he's a weapon on the old keyboard.
Really?
Yep, he knows how to manage a team, and
I think he got me by a couple thousand.
yeah, man. Last year, worldwide, he finished 55th.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, yep, out of like 300,000.
So that's his jam.
He loves it. He froths it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
but he was very kind to donate that Easy Times voucher to a future competition, future race, potentially a tipping comp coming up for. We've got to discuss it. We'll have an internal discussion and then put it out there. Potentially world champs or Olympics, one or the other.
I think it's going to have to be world champs.
I think so.
Or maybe we could do something like we could put another competition, I mean, people send in what they think could be a potential competition, but what if we put like a month-long Corso challenge on?
No, I don't agree with that.
Fastest time down the Corso. The Corso King here
Yeah,
would love to see his time get dropped.
No, I would not.
it is windy at the moment.
It is
coming
very
from the
windy.
west.
Hey, this is when I did it.
Yeah, I know.
This time.
Behind your mum's car.
Yeah, but no, that's a lie, and let's get that out of your mouth, please, because I'm not a doper or a cheater. Would love to be, but not over there in Tour de France, so obviously I'm not on the good gear. But yeah, it is very windy, and this is the time I did take the Corso Com on the TT bike, aero lid, no disc wheel though, so I've still got a bit of room for improvement.
And so does everyone else. If
Yeah.
we make it a challenge and...
You know who would roll you?
Jackson Midway.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jackson would do it in his sleep. But I reckon Jonas Abrahamson from X, he was my standout rider of the Tour de France. And I reckon if he stumbled his way over to the Corso, he'd roll you
He was pretty handy, mate.
on his bloody Dare Aero bike.
Did you see he's chucked on 20 kilos
It's actually impressive. Like,
and he's become a better rider?
yeah,
20.
yeah.
Kilos.
Good grief.
He's 90 kilos now, I've read.
Nah, he's not that heavy.
He is. Search it up.
No, he's not. He's 80.
80.
Yeah.
There's not 90 kilo guys getting through the tour. There's too much climbing.
Yeah.
Richie Carapaz also had a really good third week. He was pretty aggressive.
Mate,
pretty much every break.
He ended up winning the most combative for the whole tour, which brought him home a nice 20,000 euros for winning that. On top of his KOM jersey as well, he got 20,000 euro as well. So not a bad payday for older Richie. Yeah, so bloody EF actually took home not a bad prize pool. Like, it's not great for 3 weeks of absolutely murdering yourself and the amount of people that are involved in this team effort. They only took home 90,000 euro, which that's just prize money. They got sponsors, bonuses, and all that shit on top, and probably like they're making good coin from the tour.
But we're talking about one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and they're getting less than $100,000 worth of prize money.
For a team of, 25 people?
When you look at how much tennis players win for a Grand Slam,
Yeah.
it's like considerably more. You're talking in the millions.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Problem is, you can't charge people to watch the Tour de France.
That's it.
Well, the TV rights would have to be enormous.
Let's quick fire a few questions about the TDF. Curto,
Hit me.
we'll go around the table. Standout team.
I'd say EF.
Would ya?
EF performed really well. Richard Carapaz was there as a GC leader and they had to change.
Well, yeah, and he was in the yellow too, so for a day.
They achieved a lot, to be
They-
honest with you.
You know, you're right. You're right.
Standout team is UAE.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Fuck,
to
that
be.
was strong, dude.
They were so strong.
That was so strong.
How about Yates' performance with Pog?
Insane.
Oh.
We'll leave that for another
Well,
quick
yeah,
fire
sorry.
question later on. But for me, it was UNOX. Like for a pro team, they were so active the whole tour.
Correct.
Like I reckon they've achieved a lot. And what was their total prize money? They won €60,000, which was more than they came ninth out of all the teams with their prize money. So not a bad performance for a pro team. So hats off to them. Shreds. Who's your team performance?
I'm the same, UAE.
Yep.
Can't fault them with.
No, you can't. You can't. Now, your standout performance.
I can talk about that
Yeah.
now. Yates leading out Pog, that was just sensational.
Yep.
Did
You-
not get enough airtime.
Mr. Consistency he was, hey.
Almeida was my standout.
Yeah.
He probably potentially sacrificed a third place, a shot at the podium to ride for Pog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
His
that's pretty
team gave
impressive.
him so much this tour. They really did.
Yep.
It's for the first time in the last couple of years he's actually had some decent teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say my standout rider, though, Binny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rate that.
Rate that. Sprinter's jersey. 3 wins.
3 wins, mate.
Yep.
Taking
First-
home green.
First Eritrean to...
The worst kit in the Pello. Absolutely cleaned up. They've got the lowest budget, don't they?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
said he just re-signed.
Yeah, he just re-signed
2028 or 2029?
because he
I'd
won a
rate that.
shitload of money for them. Yeah.
Good lad.
But
They're looking to get more sponsors on board.
are they?
Yep.
I don't know if they got any more room on that kit.
The other standout rider, though,
Hang on.
from UNOX,
Oh, yeah, Jonas.
how good was
Yeah,
he?
he was unlucky. He actually got the fans' vote for the most combative, but they gave it to Richie, unfortunately.
Carapaz.
Yeah. Jonas could have done with that money.
Yeah, you could have.
But anywho, I'm going for Pog because to do the Giro Tour de France double, first one since Pantani
Correct.
in 1998, it's a pretty incredible performance, really.
Yeah, it can't be undersold, that.
No.
I
So-
reckon we've, like this tour, we just saw so many records broken or done again that haven't been done in years and years and years.
Mm.
Like,
Do you think Pog could take 7 yellow jerseys?
7.
So he's got 3 now.
Jeez. It's a big call. He's got some tough competition out there.
He can sprint, he can time trial, he can climb, and he can ride the one-day classics. And if the Tour de France stays with that gravel sector and 2 time trials, I think he goes all right and could take 7.
Yeah. It'll be cool to see.
He'll solidify the GOAT status for sure.
I think he already is a GOAT, to be honest.
Most disappointing rider
Yeah.
of the tour, who was it?
For me,
Yep.
he wasn't disappointing. He was a great rider, but he just was unlucky with the team he was on, and that's Van der Poel.
Yep.
I shouldn't say unlucky with the team he was on, but
It's his team.
it's his team.
He
Yeah.
owns the team.
Yeah, I know. But
Don't
like,
like the team, pick another teammate.
yeah, I know. But like, I just feel like you're wearing the world champ stripes.
He didn't
Like
get
that-
what he normally
Like
gets.
that gravel stage, for instance. I was like, that's MVDP all over. He should win that, hands down. It's his bread and butter. But he was like riding conservatively because he had to save himself for Jasper the disaster.
Man, I really struggle to get around Jasper. Like, he's a great rider and a good competitor, but he just gives off bad vibes.
Such bad vibes.
He's-
and
he's-
hold a line, bruh. Honestly.
Hey, he was good for the fantasy points, though.
Yeah.
Him and Binny.
Apart from when you had him as your TT rider.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know who was the biggest letdown of a rider
Who?
that I thought? I was expecting a bit more from Pidcock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I was
shout.
expecting a bit more from Ineos, to be honest with you. And that goes into my next question.
Yeah.
Who's been the most disappointing team? I'm putting it out there. I was expecting a bit from Ineos, but I think when you go into a race with too many GC leaders,
That's it.
there's your number one problem.
They didn't have any stage winners. They just had GC riders.
Yeah, but UAE did that. They had how many? 5 GC riders all riding for POG, and they managed to pull it off. I think
Yeah.
Ineos they're not the team they used to be. They've
No.
got different management. There's no Daves Brailsford
Yeah.
swinging
right.
things behind the scenes. I think they're just...
Is he gone, is he?
Well, he doesn't work for him full time. He's off doing... I don't know. I was about to say philanthropy, but he's doing... I think he's like a manager role inside the Ineos sort of event space.
Yeah, right.
Because he obviously did the Kipchoge 2-hour thing and did the Ironman 7-hour thing or 6-hour or something.
Yep.
So I think he's doing a whole lot of different stuff and he's stepped away from cycling. But going back, I think they're struggling with the personnel inside at the moment.
Yeah, something's not right there.
It's going to make for some great viewing for Netflix
Oh, yeah.
next year.
Can't wait
who,
for
who
that.
else was a letdown for you, Shreds?
Look, I'm just looking at these notes right now. I don't think anyone's a letdown to me because I just love it. But I agree with you. Red Bull, definitely could have seen more from them.
Yeah.
Ineos as well.
Red Bull didn't get return on investment this tour.
I reckon they're in it for the long game though.
They are. They certainly are.
What about Cofidis?
Were they in the tour?
Do we even see them?
Yeah, they won a stage. Was it Funkel?
They did.
Did
That
they?
is true. They did win a stage. I lied.
Yeah.
They did more than Ineos.
Mate,
Yeah, they did more
Cofidis
than
were the
Ineos.
best French team.
Mate, you know who we didn't see much of was Decathlon. After their very successful Giro campaign where like they just destroyed everyone. They didn't destroy it, no.
They raced aggressively.
They raced aggressively. I didn't see them at all. Like they weren't aggressive at all.
FDJ didn't do much either.
No. Both French teams. That's Tour de France done for another year, eh?
It is.
Sad.
And like that, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like it never happened.
Yeah. Long live the POG. We won't see him until World Champs. You know who's not here tonight? Freebs. So no freebies shopping cart, but it's going to be Shauno's shopping cart.
Ooh.
Yeah. Freebs is too busy down the Goldie, bloody sipping wine at a conference apparently. Working hard.
Does he
hardly
work?
working.
Yeah. I think
Does he
hardly
actually work?
working. I've never seen him work a day in his life.
I always see midday rides if you ask me.
Yeah.
What's in your shopping cart this week, Shauno?
Ole, ole, ole! Go catch freebie shopping cart!
Yeah, so I'm actually following through with this one, Freebs. I'm getting a new crank set. It's going to save me 200 grams from my cranks, which, you know, that's inertia you're pushing. Who knows? I'll tell you when it's installed if it's going to make it better, but I'll tell you the setup. Boys. I'm going for a 170mm crank, which it's not much of a change. I'm going from 172.5 to 170.
Increase that hip angle.
Yeah,
Open it up a
slightly.
little more.
It's like it's going to be barely noticeable, but it's what I run on my TT. So I thought I'll chuck the same length cranks on, but it's a Lely carbon crank set, which they're quite a sexual looking bit of gear. So
Can you just say that one more time for everyone at home?
look, I might stuff it up this time. It's an Lely.
A lily.
Yeah, it's
Sounds very exotic.
yeah, it is exotic.
A lily.
It's going to look exotic on my bike too. And I'm going to pair that with a Power to Max NGSL power meter, which is a top spec power meter. I'm pretty keen for that. I'll stop getting bagged about high power meter readings, hopefully. So on top of those cranks and power meter, I'm going to put a big dog chainring on. 5642.
Yeehaw.
It's
Get excited.
keep that chain tight, baby. It's
How's climbing going to go?
Gary Grindman, that's how.
60 RPM
Yeah.
every time up
Strengthies.
the backside.
Yeah. Well, luckily I love a strengthy.
Yeah, correct.
But so I'm going to initially pair it with my 1130. But if it does get a bit tough going, I've found a 1132, which I don't mind. Shimano don't make it. It's a single block cassette, which is quite lightweight as well, which will strip 100 grams from the rear end as well.
Are you going for a 6.9 kilo bike, or is it 6.8?
6.8's UCI.
Ooh, are you going for the limit? Not that
if someone wants to sponsor me Durace, I reckon I can knock it down there.
It's not like Oz Cycling Queensland to weigh your bike before the start of a race either, is it?
Absolutely not. So yeah, I'm pretty excited by that one. It's all coming in different bits and pieces, so hopefully it's on the bike by September. So yeah.
Is this just in time for a big event, Sean? Or
I think it will just be after.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it will be all ready to roll for when I head over to the Tour of Margaret River.
Juicy.
Yeah, looking forward to that with the Pedal Mafia boys in November, same weekend as Noosa. So unfortunate for everyone else, but that I won't be lining up on the crit course at Noosa there. But I'll be living the dream in the Margaret River, sipping on wine, eh?
Living La Vida Loca.
But yeah, that's Seano's shopping cart this week.
Ole, 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 go catch your freebie shopping cart.
Now, Jimbo, what's this about your game changes?
Yeah, so we've got a new segment. It's called Jimbob's Game Changers. And really what we're doing here is, as athletes, we sort of go through...
Are we athletes?
Well, amateur athletes.
Shreds?
Yeah, I don't know about me, but
You're an
Powder?
athlete, mate.
I'll
I'm
turn up.
professional, mate.
But we learn a lot of lessons along the way. And some of them are hard lessons, some of them are small lessons, some of them are big lessons. And I thought this would be a really good segment for us to share some of the lessons that we've learned and sort of share them with other people. This week, I did a proper carbo load before my duathlon.
That's serious, brother.
So, like a bit of background on it, I'm someone who has never really prepared well for races. And if you look back even sort of 5-7 years ago, you never really had taper weeks. You'd train hard up to the race and then you wouldn't do anything with your nutrition. You rock up on the race line, on the start line, cooked. Like, yeah, I've never really handled it well. So I decided this time, I saw Jan Frodeno on Instagram talking about how he does some of his carb loads. I thought, you know what? If Jan Frodeno, the GOAT's doing it, I might as well try and employ it. So I've also seen that a fair few of the GC riders were doing it before the main mountain stages as well in the TDF. So essentially what it is you run like a really high carb, low fiber, low fat diet for the 24 to 36 hours beforehand. And it's meant to load up your muscles with glycogen and get rid of the fiber in your gut. So there's sort of two parts there in that you're loading up your muscles and then getting rid of some of the weight around your tummy. So the protocol I followed was 36 hours out beforehand. I started a really high carb with some protein, low fat, low fiber, essentially trying to do 700 grams of carbs every 24 hours in the lead up.
How much protein are you having though? Because protein's key, brother.
Yeah, there was a bit of protein and I wasn't as worried about that. It really seemed that the thing that was important was getting the carbs in.
Tell you what, 700's a lot.
It is, man. I was basically eating rice flat out all day.
Proper Chinaman spec.
Man, it was like 6 to 7 meals of rice. And
dude.
Because you're going full low fiber, it's like I went with a honey soy combo to try and keep it fresh.
Tasty?
It was doable.
By Saturday night, it wasn't so tasty.
Well, I'd stopped by Saturday night, man. But so it actually wasn't the hardest thing in the world to do. But then keeping the fiber out was a hard part. And I guess transitioning that across, how did it go? I felt like I got to race day and I felt like I'd stripped a lot of weight off. Like I jumped on the scales and I was 1.5 to 2 kilos lighter than 2 days before
That's insane. Do you reckon that's because you cut fiber out?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And I got to the start line and I felt amazing, like just fully ready to go.
So when you cut your fiber out, what is your usual fiber intake look like for you to cut it out?
I'd have to do the numbers on it,
Yeah.
but I eat like a fair few veggies and salad and that sort of stuff. I'd say my fiber's pretty high.
Yeah.
So yeah, that felt amazing. The one thing that did get me was I didn't have enough fiber. So I probably didn't have enough. You're meant to have a little bit on the morning of the event just to protect your stomach lining.
Yeah.
I got to the end of the race and my stomach started to do backflips and I was looking for the toilet anywhere I could find it, man. Good thing the airport had such lovely facilities they weren't lovely after I finished with them. Shout out to the people at World Camp Airport. Doing good things out there. But yeah, other than that, that's the one thing I'd change, but I thought it worked so well.
Yep.
And I'm going to try do it again in 2 weeks, and then I'll do it again for
what
the
do you got
race
in
in
2
Townsville.
weeks?
Just like I'll do like a trial and a race sim,
Oh, yeah.
and then do it again for Townsville
Yeah. When is Townsville?
4 weeks away. Yeah.
So, what are you going to be recovered by then?
Yeah, man. Body's going to be pristine.
He
by
hasn't
then,
done a
mate.
Giro or a Tour de France.
The body's a temple for him, though.
Yeah.
But I thought this went so well that I've classified it as a game changer.
Yep.
And for people's A events, I reckon they should definitely get around doing a proper
100%.
full carbo load.
I feel like it's something I sort of forget to do a lot as well.
100%.
Like, I've done it a few times, but I sort of lack picking out A events. I just race my bike and think I can get to the end. But
I think the thing that we also don't get right with it is you have to be so strict. If you are like, oh, I'll just have a bit of this to go with that, you have to actually pre-make all your meals and be really strict. You can't just have a little bit of that extra on the side. Otherwise it's wrecked,
yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Like if you stick to the protocol, it works so well.
Yeah. See, I love a tub of ice cream
Yeah.
or some chockies.
Yeah.
I carbo loaded for the marathon.
Yep.
And it was the hardest thing I've had to do.
Really?
The amount
In
of
your whole
food
life.
in my entire life. I've given birth, but that was hard.
Throw that in there, please.
Carbo loaded
The
before the
carb, yeah.
marathon
It was-
takes the cake.
Honestly,
Birth
just
was
the,
a piece
the
of cake.
sheer amount of food to consume and to make yourself eat, as well as like trying to consume enough water and drink electrolytes and everything as well before.
Did you feel almost physically sick as you're sort of
Yes.
jamming it in? Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a little
We-
bit of that.
Yeah.
Were you having only 3 meals a day, or were you having like 5?
No, you're up around 7.
And I was
Yeah.
trying to drink some of the carbs to
Oh,
try.
that's the
You
easiest.
know what I
way to
had
consume.
before the marathon?
What?
2 pizzas from Domino's, a garlic bread, a 1.25 litre solo soft drink. And then the next day I moved house. I didn't eat from 7 a.m. till about 6 p.m.
And that
was a bowl
explains your result.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say, how'd you
bowl
go?
of pasta, mate. That's all I
Yeah.
needed.
Crawling
That
for
is
the finish line.
That is the anti-performance right there for
Yeah.
everyone at home.
Yep.
Do not do that.
Yeah, but I found the same thing. I think it actually really helped. It's the first time I've done it, and I actually didn't feel like my energy wavered at all.
It's amazing, isn't
Mm.
it? We've actually potentially got someone on next week who knows a little bit about a little bit and can perhaps talk us through what we've done and some of the science behind it. But I think that this is definitely a game changer for the people at home
Yeah.
looking to take their performance to the next level for certain events.
It would definitely be good to get our special guest's opinion on everything.
He's a big name.
He's a big name. He's a big dog.
He is.
He knows his shit, per se. Mate, I'm pretty keen to see what other magic you can deliver on your Game Changers segment.
Well, every week, mate, we'll back it up.
Yeah, I'm keen to see what you can deliver. But you know what's going to be delivered soon. We don't have a date yet, but I've heard it's around the corner. It's Muzz, the return of Muzz.
Ooh, get excited,
Yeah.
everyone. I certainly am.
It'll be glorious.
Oh, I can't wait. Those cold Saturday mornings at 6:45 as the whistle goes.
Going 50 k's an hour in full length kit,
Yeah,
like winter gloves.
yeah, I love it.
Do you know?
The sun shining in your eyes.
Oh,
Do you know who's going to be there for the opening race?
Who?
The great Harley Moore has had a bike built for himself.
You're joking.
this is hot off the press.
This is hot off the grapevine.
Wow.
And I heard he is looking for a lead out man, and I am in need of a job on the bike. So I'm happy to volunteer myself. I don't know how good I'll be around A grade. I've actually got to look how much I need to pay for a license.
Hold on. Are you expecting Harley to slide into your DMs, or are you going to slide into his DMs? Who's chasing who here?
I don't chase, bro.
Okay. Pressure's on, Harley. You've got to slide into Kurt's DMs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very surprised hearing that. Harley's making a big return apparently.
Oh, well, I'm excited. I'm also scared because he is a weapon.
Good to hear. We need some hitters back in A grade to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
Mate, how bloody impressive was he in 2021?
Oh, mate.
Very
Unheard of. Most feared person on the Muzz crit track.
They were some of the best Saturday mornings I've ever had. In other exciting news, Jimbob, do you want to spill the beans?
Kurt, it is my pleasure, mate. We've behind the scenes, Shreds has been doing some seriously good work, and our website is now live. So you can go to the website. All our episodes are on there. All the links to all the socials, information about all the competitions that we've got.
Bit of gossip about ourselves.
Yeah, you can find out a little bit about us, but not too much.
Yeah.
Some lovely photos out there.
Yeah.
That's it. Also links to Easy Times.
Yep.
I think
she's done a spectacular job.
looks amazing.
Yep.
So
Thanks,
well
guys.
done.
It's definitely above our pay grade.
And I guess that's the last order of business today. So let's wind it up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks again. Hopefully Freebs is here next week. And I think, we've got an exciting episode next week. So,
Special guest.
yeah, I'm keen for it. So I'll see you next week. Shreds.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, everyone. I'm just going to jump in and say everyone keep starring this segment. Follow us on all the platforms. Jump on the website. Give us some traffic.
2
Yeah.
gin and tonics,
And see you next
2
week.
vodkas and a scotch.
Uru, guys.
2 gin and tonics,
That's it from us.
2
See ya.
vodkas and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.